Welcome to Tech Brothers with Amir. In this video, we are going to learn how to create map reports in SSRS. We'll be using Map Gallery. Those are the set of maps installed with SSRS. They will be only available for USA. So if you have data beside USA, you will not be able to use those installed maps. We have different options. I will show you in the demo, and also we will have another videos on those situations when you have data for different countries and you would like to display on the map. So let's go ahead and start our demo. These all contents on the right side, you can stop the video and read what we are going to do, but I'm going to perform all of them in the demo anyways. So let's go to the SSMS SQL Server Management Studio, and I have data where I have state name and population. So we have United States data set. So all those states are here, and we have population. So I'm going to use this query. I got this data from census.gov. You can go ahead and download CSV file and then you can insert into your tables. There are all different type of data available on census.gov. You can download by population by states or population by county and all different things, and you can create your own tables and insert it and play with the maps. So let's go to the SSDT SQL Server Data Tools here. Go to the reports and then add new report. I have shared data source already created called sales 2014. That's pointing to the sales database. That's where our table is. Now go to report, let it be report 2. We can change that later. Go to data sources, right click here, add data source. Now we call this one DS sales. Use share data source reference SQL 2014, sorry, sales 2014. Right click on data set, provide the name. Let's call this one DSet map. Use as a data set embedded in my report. Select the data source and provide the query. You can provide the store procedure if you have. Hit OK. Now we have state name and population, and those are the two columns we have here. Next, we will be going to the insert, and in the design surface, you can right click, go to insert and get the map. Or other way, you can go to toolbox and just drag the map here. Once you drag the map here, it will open or start map wizard. The very first thing we need to do is choose a source of spatial data. So here we have a map gallery. Use spatial data from a set of installed map, and here in the down you see that that's only available for USA, states by county, USA by state, and USA by state exploded, USA by state in set. So you have different maps available here, but they are only available for USA. We see that, and as we have the states data, we can use one of them. So for other ones, such as if you have different countries data, you can use the ESRI shapefile. We will have demo on these one as well. So now hit next. Next part is you will place your map where you would like to. So you can drag it left or right or down or up, and you can use the arrow here to adjust that as well. You can zoom in and zoom out the way you want it. So if you would like to have it adjusted, you can do plus sign and then move it down. Then here is the quality of the map picture. That's how you can increase or decrease. So I will go with the best quality for now. And here crop map as shown above. So once you have adjusted your map, you can crop it. So this is what it will be displaying here. Add a Bing maps layer. So if you add this part, it will add an extra layer of Bing maps. So it will, right now it is in a title type road, and then you can change to the aerial, or you can use to the hybrid. So we will have demo on this one later, but right now we are not using any of a Bing maps layer on top of our basic map. So I'm going to click next, and here we have three visualization maps. So we can click on any of them, choose map visualization. We have basic map, we have color analytical map, and we have bubble map. I'm going to go with the basic map. Choose a theme and display areas only. For example, states, sales territories. So this will be very basic. It will not let us configure data set right there and all those kind of things. It will just let us select a theme and from there we can go ahead and attach our data sets and everything later. So we will go with the very first one. Next, and you can select the theme. We have different themes available. Let's go with ocean. You can select slate. So we can select slate. Single color map, we can select the single color as it is already done. If you will unselect it, it will show you all different colors. I'm going to go with single now, and we can change that later. Display labels, and from the installed maps, it give you three values. It give you state FP, those are the numbers assigned to each state, and then we have state name. You can see the state names are there, but with the state names there is a problem. It does not display the state name for each of the state if the length is the length of state name is lengthy, and we would not have enough space for state. So we have to really make our map big and change the font size to adjust that. So I will go with the state abbreviation. So it's STUSPS. Those are two correct abbreviations we can use for the state. Hit OK. Our map is ready, but as you have seen that we have not connected our data set to the map yet. So let's preview the map. It's coming just fine, but we do not have enough information. It doesn't really say anything. No colors, no numbers, anything. We will go and configure now. Let's click on your let me make this more space here. Once you click on the map, you will see this map layers, and this is called the Polygon layer 1. That's the name of this one. So now if you click here, Polygon Properties, you will see that it is selected. Before even I go and play with the colors and all those kind of things, I would like to connect this map with the data. So we have data set DSets map. So I want to go ahead and layer data. Once we select that, change layer and spatial data source options. So we are fine with the name. Data embedded in the report, yes it is. We are not using the ESR shapefile or anything right now, and we can ignore this part. These three fields are coming from the installed maps. So we have state FP, as I have shown you the numbers, and we have a state USPS. Those are two correct abbreviation, and state name. So this is the data set coming from the installed map. This is called spatial data set. Now we are going to the analytical data. That's our data DSet map. So as of now it is not selected. So let's go ahead and select it. Now we need to match our data set with the installed spatial data for the map. So I'm going to go add, and here from spatial data set, from analytical data set. So let's select any column that match with our column. So state name is the column that matches with our one of the column called state name. So if you have more than two columns that matches, you can combine them right here. So you can keep adding and then just join them or map them here. So in this case, let's delete one. We have only state name. We are all good here. Now our map is using data from our data set. But let's preview the report. Let me make this one small as well. Even we have used the data set, but we really doesn't show anything because we have not used the population column anywhere. So we have to go back and change few things. What I would like to do, I'm going to do one thing here. Let me change this one a little bit. Let's make this one a little better, bigger. Now what I would like to do here, I would like to when I hover my mouse here, I would like to display the population, and that's what I'm going to do. So I will click here on the show contest, go to the Polygon properties and play with those properties and change them, and that will change my map. First of all, label text. So we see that it is shown hash sign STUSPS. Those are two correct abbreviation for each of the state. That's fine, we want to have it. With the tooltip, I'm going to introduce one of the field called population. So once somebody hover the mouse here, we'll see the population. We can also have a state name if we would like. So let's put the state name as well. State name. then use plus sign, double quotes, colon, give them space, double quotes and plus sign, and we are going to use a CSTR. That's a convert function from integer to the string. As we have population in the numbers, we would like to convert to the string as we are concatenating with state name. If we would not cast this one or convert this one, we will get error, as we cannot concatenate integer or numbers with the string. So hit OK. This is done, and now we will be playing with the fonts. You can change the font size, you can change the color. So let's change this to khaki, and let's have it bold and italic. Next we will be going to the fill, and here we have solid, and you can see the color. You can change the color, let's say light gray or maybe dark gray. So we will have that one. You can change to the gradient, and here you will see different patterns. So you have primary and secondary. You can go ahead and change it. So whatever works best for you, you can play with that. And if you would like to have pattern, you can select the colors and patterns. So that's how it will work. I'm gonna go ahead with solid right now, and it's green, fine. Maybe I will go with a little, let's say, yeah, green is fine with me, or maybe lime green is fine. Now with the borders, I can change the border as well. So line width is 1, I can change to 1.5 or 2, and then also I can do the line style. So if I would like to have dotted, I can have dotted, and here instead of colors, let's say if I would like to have yellow, I can introduce that. So let's change to blue actually. And the dotted, I really didn't like it, so I'm going to go to the solid again, and with the I'm gonna go with the small, actually one is fine, looks better. Now we have shadow, we can increase the shadow or decrease. So here we are increasing, it was 0 and then I'm increasing to 8. So this is all good. Now we preview our report. We should see a beautiful map here that should show state and population when we will hover our mouse on top of that. As of now, we had been playing with the Polygon properties. So now let's go ahead and look into different things as well. So we had played with Polygon properties. There is Polygon color rules. So here in the Polygon properties, you have seen that I have a fill, solid, lime green, and border and everything. So as of now, we are applying this lime green there. So this is called template color. So if I go here in the Polygon color rule, I can change the color. So right now it is apply template style. That's what style is, what we have selected in the Polygon properties. We can change that, visualize the data by using data color palette. So if you click here, you see the colors are changed, and you can select the field here, let's say sum of population, and then it will select the palette from here, let's say random or light, or you can have semi-transparent and bright pastel. So depending upon the value of this field, these palette color will change. So once you select the palette, the colors will behave accordingly. You can go ahead and visualize data by using color ranges. So as of now, if I will select here, I have 3 different colors here. I have green, yellow, and red. Then I go to distribution, I will see 5 different ranges. So you see here, dark green, light green, yellow, tomato, and red. So I can change those ones. Let's say if I would like to have 4 or 3, so I can change that. I can increase. So you can see this is really helpful for the heat maps. If you would like to create heat maps, you can use these different properties. Now, one of the, let's put back to the 5, and here, change distribution options to divide data into sub-ranges. So this is the way we are dividing the sub-ranges. It's optimal for now. If I will go equal intervals, so you can see that now it will be using equal intervals here. Let's go back. Now we can go equal distribution. Then you will have different way of division for these colors for all those states. And then finally we can have custom. We can write our own. So that's one way to do it. Let's cancel this out, go back to journal, and check out the last one. Say visualize data by using custom colors. So you even can have your own colors. So I'm going to add those colors, and here I'm going to use maybe very different colors, maybe pink, hot pink, tan, and then I would like to have a light green. So these three colors I would like to use. Now if I will go to distribution, I have the number of subranges. I have equal distribution set, but I would like to add as a custom. So I'm going to custom, I'm saying add. Now I'm saying if my values are 0 to 2 million, do what? Use the first one. Sorry. And from 2 million to 5 million. So we have, yep, this is good. And then we have 5 million to the max value. So I'm going to use some expressions here. Instead of I write 100 million and all that, I don't know. I would like to use the max function here and use the population. So once I use population and hit OK, now it is going to use max value here. If you see here, these buckets from 0 to 2 million, if first value reside in this range, it is going to use the first value. So if it is above 2 million, this is going to come to the next one. So that's why I use the sequence 0 to 2 million and 2 million to 5 million. So if this is true, it's not going to check here. So if it is not 2 million, then it's going to go come here. And let's hit OK now. And you can see that we have three colors. We have hot pink and tan and this lime green, and you can see that we have ranges right here, 0 to 2 million, and we have 2 million to 5 million, and 5 million to above we have light green. This looks really good, but if I would like to have the same color for all the states and maybe put a marker or a pointer or somewhere I can maybe include a red dots here, okay, or maybe a circle, rectangle, or star. Well, how I can do that? That's another question. So let's go back to the polygon color rule, and we can apply the template. It will change to the green, as in the polygon properties we have set to the green. So that's how it is. Now next, show center points. So once we hit center point, it is going to show the center points for each of the state, and this will add an extra layer. So go ahead and do it. Now you can see that there are circles introduced on each of the state. So that's how it will look like. Instead of circles, maybe I would like to have different shape. So you can go here the same way. Remember here, polygon properties and polygon color rules, same way you have center point properties and you have center point color rules, and there are two more, size and marker type. So we are going to play with all of them. Let's go to center point properties here, and this is the place where you can change a marker type. Let's say if I would like to have a triangle, so you can see now we have triangle. If I would like to have a push pin, so that's what it will show, and I can change or decrease the size of these different markers. 9 is fine with me. Now you can have a fill, font, border, and all those different things. You can play with it. I'm fine with that, whatever it is default. Now next, let's go back here, preview it. It is on green, but I would like to have different colors, maybe red for the push pin. I would like to have red where population is really high, and where population is very low. Maybe I would like to go with the green or with yellow with the middle one. So I can have my own colors. First of all, I'm going to change the color of these background, so I don't have to I can use the green in the markers. So I'm going to go to the polygon properties. With the fill, I will go and use maybe some color here, gray. Yeah, that will work. Okay, because we are going to change the color of these markers, so gray does make sense. Now we are going to go to the color here, center point color rule, and now the same thing what we have done in polygon gone color rules. That's the same thing. We have visualized data by using color palette. Same palettes are available here, so you can do that as well. And you can use the color range, so you can see that there are 3 ranges here. And but in our case, we would like to have our own custom colors. So first color I would like to have, I'm going to use the population, and then I would like to have red, let's see, green with the low population, and with the yellow with the medium, and red with the high populated areas. So this is the color we would like to use. And in the distribution, we do not want to use optimal, we would like to use a custom. So I'm going to use the same rules. Between 0 to 2 million, I would like to have a green. From 2 million to 5 million, I would like to have yellow. And then from 5 million to max value, I would like to have red for these markers. Hit OK. Now we are all good here. And you can see that the color of these markers are changed with the value of population. So we can see that here from 0 to 2 million we have green, and then for 2 million to 5 million we have yellow, and for above 5 million we have red markers right here. So this is really helpful. Now let's go back and play one more property called the center point size rule. So we can change the size as well. These are the same things what we have done. Here we have a default size 9, but let's change this one depending on the data. So visualize data by using size. Now once you select this one, you will be selecting the field on which depending upon which we will be changing the size of these push pins or markers. Here start size is 5. I'm going to go with the 10. And then the max size you will be setting up. So let's say 30 is fine. Hit OK. Now go to distribution, and here don't use the optimal, as we would like to have our own range. So I'm going to go for custom, and then here I will be adding from 0 to, let's say, 2 million. I'm going to copy this one, paste it here, paste it here. So let's make it quick. 5 million, and from 5 million to, we can add a number, big number here if you would like. Let's say we know that we do not have any state more populated than 45 million. We can put 45 or 100 million. So that's our choice. Now the size of these pins will be depending upon the population value. So hit OK. Now we see that, let's preview it, and you can see that the color, this first legend is for color. So we have a green 0 to 2 million, and that's the smallest size. Then we have see here is the smallest size. Then we have yellow between 2 million to 5 million. They are right here, and their size is this one. And then we have red for the 5 million and above, and they are big size. So you can see right here. You can adjust the size and make sure the users can read all those state abbreviations, or even at least they can see which state is red or white or yellow or green, whatever the color you have chosen. Also, if you do not like to have these legends, you can remove them. So let's go to the and remove this part. Maybe we go back here, go to change size rule. Instead of 30, maybe I would like to have 20. Change this one to 20. This will decrease the size. Also with the distribution, you can we are fine with the distribution value. That's what we want. With the legend, instead of legend 1, you can select this empty space here and hit OK. Now that is gone from here. So let's preview the report again, and now you can see that they're much better. We see that size is smaller. We can still see the different size for green. We have 10 for 50, for this one we have another size, and for red, that's the bigger value. We have the red push pins. Now let's go back to the last one and say center point marker type rule. So we can change even the marker type depending on the values. So let's say here we have visualized data by using markers, and then we have selected the field called sum population, and these are the set of markers available. So let's say first is circle. If we don't like circle first, we would like to have star first, we can have it. Then we can have a rectangle, then we can have pentagon, that's fine, or let's say diamond is fine, and push pin and rectangle. So you can change whatever the way you want it, and this is how they will be displayed. And go to distribution, and the same thing you have to do here. You can select optimal or equal interval, or let's say you want to have your custom, and that's the one way to write your own custom. I'm gonna leave this one to equal interval for now, and you can see it okay, and you can see from here they are equally intervaled from each other. So we see that 0 to 7.7, and then they are multiplied with 2. That's how they are making this interval. And the very first 0 to 7.7 million we have star, and then next we have a square, and then we have diamond, and then we have push pin, and then finally we have a circle. So you can see different values. Let's say California, we know that that value is really high, and we have this value right here. So these are the ranges. That's how it is distributed. Now we are also in this map, we can do small things. Let's say in the design, if I don't like this map part of that, I don't really need to use it, I can delete it. Also the range part, if I don't like it, I can delete it as well. And if I don't like the legend at all, I can delete it as well. With the map title, maybe we'll say my basic map, we can have that one as well. So now this is all good. You can preview the report, and this is how your map will look like. You can also play with other properties. So let's say if I click here and say viewport properties, now here you can fill with different colors. Let's say right now it's white. If I would like to have a gradient, so you can move this one a little bit here, and see the color is changing. You can have different, let's say top or bottom. So, or you would like to have pattern, so you can select the pattern the way you want the background for your map. So let's say this one, we would like to have it. Fine. We have borders, so we can play with the borders, and you see the color is changed, and we can increase or decrease the border. And also we have line styles and everything. We have shadow as well, so if you would like to have shadow, you can decrease or increase. Now these are pretty much the basic properties, or the most important properties you are playing with. And I will say viewport properties show parallels. Let's say would like to have lines and all that, show Mediterraneans. If we would like to introduce these lines here, you can do that as well. And show, if you go to map, we have add layers, legends, add title. There are so many properties you can play with it. You have map properties right here, visibility, show, hide, border, so you can play with those. If you would like to go back and don't want to have these lines, you can remove them. And let's say viewport properties, and center and zoom, set a view center and zoom level, or you can see, you can change it the way you can play with these properties, and set to the level wherever you want in. So we have x-axis and y-axis and zoom level, so you can change that. Now optimization, quality, so I would leave it with the map resolution 0. That's the best quality, so hit OK. That's all. So thanks very much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next video.